Apparently,
I don't like those guys.
apparently Ben Gvir, one of our viewers or my viewers in the Rogue, he says Ben Gvir spoke out against making the schmacks mandatory, but his buddy Smotrich, well, you know. And then Sasha Biton, you know, the minister of education, that the one with Gideon Sar, she was very outspoken until they knocked her off as chief advisor. Yeah, she was against it also for kids especially. There was a couple of people who were against, you know, the mandate.
The mandate.
And then you have a new party called Omets. Yeah, Omets party that they ran.
Dude, I realized who Smotrich reminds me of.
He's a weirdo.
He looks so much like this French actor, Checky. We've talked about this actor. He's like in every movie.
I'm trying to think of
I'm gonna tell you exactly who he looks like, and you're gonna put their pictures side by side. Okay. Hold on.
What movie was he in, this guy?
I'm telling you right now. Hold on. Remember that movie with Matthew Broderick and Meg Ryan? It's called Addicted to Love. It's like a romantic comedy.
Yes.
He was the French guy.
Let's see if your
I'm looking for the cast.
Your assertion is correct with regards to. Oh yeah, this guy, Checky Cario.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a young Checky Cario guy.
Yeah, look at a picture of young Checky Cario and then put it together with Smotrich.
Oh
it's
God.
just like it's just like Trudeau and freaking Castro.
That is very right.
I've been looking at his face. I was like, who the hell does?
That's crazy, man. Yeah, man, that's Smotrich, all right.
Checky's father or his grandfather was like a Turkish Jew or something like that. So
this guy looks like some kind of Turkish origin. His it says his mother was Greek Jew.
Oh, his mother. Okay.
No wonder they look like Smotrich. His father was a Turkish Jew. Dude, the guy's completely Jewish, Sephardic. The guy's Jewish.
Checky Cario is a full Jew? What?
Full Jew from Turkey. Yes. Yes.
Oh, this guy's a legend. He's like.
Oh, there you go. He might be related to Smotrich, even though Smotrich is.
Oh my God, I can't believe this.
Ashkenazi.
Bro, I told you, everybody's an actor. They're all the whole like acting. Hollywood, the whole film industry, and Western politicians are all related.
He's just an actor wearing a kippah in this case. Dude, this is hilarious. Well, let's see. Dude, his name is Baruch Jackie Cario. Baruch.
I can't believe it.
That's his full freaking name.
He's full, dude. I can't believe that. He's like,
hey, man. He's
like the toughest. Like next to what's his name? Next to Jean Reno. From the
Gerard Depardieu. No,
not Gerard Depardieu. Gerard Depardieu.
Dude.
I was talking about Gerard Depardieu today.
Dude, you know who? I just realized where I saw this Checky Cario guy in 1492 Conquest of Paradise. He plays Martin Alonso Pinzon.
He was one of the Pinzon, right? That's actually my wife's name.
Pinzon, yeah, Jewish. Hello.
Yeah.
Those guys was a Spanish mariner, shipbuilder, navigator, and explorer, oldest of the Pinzon brothers. Dude, Maranos, gotta be.
I cannot believe Checky is a Jew. I cannot believe it.
Yeah.
Dude, my mind is so blown right now, bro. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the most intimidating actors. Hold on.
Dude, this actor played Nostradamus in Nostradamus.
He scared me, this actor.
Bad Boys. He played Antoine Fouché. I guess he's like the...
There's this one particular movie, right? Which is called A Grand Art. Look it up. A Grand Art.
Is it more recent?
There's two names to it. It's from 91.
Oh yeah, American title Exposure.
Yeah, Exposure.
This guy Hermes.
So it takes place in Brazil, and it's some kind of like weird. Yeah, organized crime.
Peter Mandrake, an American photographer in Brazil, is preparing an in loco essay for his new book about the train surfers, groups of boys who caught danger surfing on the roof of the trains in the city of Rio. A local call girl whom he's friends with, is murdered. When the police can make no progress, Mandrake decides to investigate himself. Subsequently, he hired two thugs. Da, 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 da. So who is this? He plays like some guy. He plays the knife fight master. The knife fight master.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And okay, you know what? Go on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Hang on. And this movie had like the weirdest atmosphere, and it had like this like theme music that was always playing in the background. That it was kind of like I don't know what it was. It made you feel weird, but somehow enthralled. I don't know. It was
Checky.
Very strange movie, but I cannot forget it.
Well, let's see. Exposure. Yeah, this is a scene where he's like teaching the guy.
Where no, I want to play the scene where he is asking the guy to teach him how to fight, and he's like, "You owe me. You don't, like because he saved his life somehow."
Yeah.
Basically, he was walking on the street and he saw Checky fighting with some guy, a knife fight, and the guy somehow Checky got distracted, and then he for some reason yelled out, he goes, "Watch out!" And then he saw the guy coming, and then he killed the guy. You know what I mean? Like it was a really graphic scene.
Here's the scene that he's teaching him. There's a scene he's like in this guy's house or whatever.
All right.
Very few know what I'm about to teach you. It will change you. Are you sure you want to continue? Yeah. This is the carotid artery. Easy to hit.
Carotid artery.
In a few seconds. When you puncture or sever, there's a plug in here. The blood will spray all over the ceiling. But the ideal target is the heart. Loss of consciousness is immediate. Death occurs in seconds. You must learn how to protect these areas.
It's Gonzalo Smelter, the story.
Do you hear the music in the background, or is like quiet?
The music was in the beginning of the scene.
Oh.
No music in the scene. You want to hear some of the music? I can rewind to the beginning.
Try to touch me.
When it comes into his house.
Evade an attack. Best is to take a piece of him.
Well, I can't hear it very well. I can't imagine.
It's very quiet.
Yeah.
It's all Smelter, man.
It's him, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Can't believe that.
And
in that movie, Addicted to Love, the only thing I remember from that movie is Checky, where he tells somebody, he goes, "I will rape your skull." I will rape your skull.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so he played. I saw him in Conquest of Paradise.
No, but he's a scary. You could see, like, he's a scary. Like, I don't know if
he played the villain in Bad Boys. He played the drug whatever kingpin.
He's always playing the villain. He's mostly a villain.
Yeah, because got that face.
Like in this movie, he's kind of a villain too, but he's not like. He's actually not the villain. He's
the anti-hero.
He's kind of an anti-hero, and in the end, where basically the guy wants to learn how to knife fight because he wants to avenge his friend and his girlfriend. Okay, they were killed. Well, not his girlfriend was raped, but his friend was murdered by this gang of some kind of organized crime team but they all come from special forces, and they all have this like knife fighting martial art thing that they do. It's kind of like knife capoeira or something like that. I don't know. Okay. So he wants to learn. So he ends up in the end of the movie, our protagonist here, who wants to learn how to knife fight. So he practices, he gets pretty good, and then he ends up fighting the mob boss, right?
Yeah.
Who gave the order.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, the mob boss he's like, Hermes, and he calls Checky, right? And we realize that Checky works for him.
Yeah.
He goes, "Kill this man." And then you wonder what decision he's going to make. And he goes, "Why don't you do it yourself?" And then he had this like little smirk on his face, and he realized that because he wants to see his student, how good his student is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he'd rather see his student kill his boss
Yeah.
just to see how good of a teacher. I don't know. It's interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, man, you
Badass
know
movie.
something
Badass
crazy,
movie. Yeah.
and I want to confirm this right now on the air, and I'm going to tell you in a second. Okay,
I'm
no,
excited.
it's actually it's the 37th cabinet of Israel. Never mind.
Oh, you were
I
gonna
thought
say
it was going to be. I thought it was going to be the 33rd. Our friend just said it's number 33. Bibi's number 33. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you referring to?
Well, ask him. Why do you feel that way?
Yeah. But anyway, oh, my friend who knows that the Schmax is BS wrote on a status, did our boy Bibi pull it off? And I said, you mean the unofficial salesman for Schmeiser? Yes. My friend goes, weak analysis, better than Lapid. And I said, that's like saying this feces is better than a banana peel. Like, whoop-de-doo.
Look,
Dude, it's just
here's the
Stockholm syndrome, man. Like our friend Curtis.
let's say I wanted to create some kind of fiction in my mind so I can live in denial about Bibi. Here's what it would be.
Yeah.
Something like with Trump too. You know, like he somehow made a deal to lessen it.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know, like something about what Bibi did behind the scenes. Maybe it was to actually somehow lessen the harm that was going to be caused and something like that. But obviously, I have no reason to think that, and I have no proof of that. It's just something that my mind came up. It's a hope I have.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even if that's the case, I said this in my video. Even if he told Shmurla, hey, make 95% of the stuff you give us, you know, what is it called, Shmabibo. It doesn't really matter.
But we know that we already know that's not the case. We already know
that's
the death toll is astronomical. The miscarriage toll is absolutely astounding.
Yeah, and also people like me were turned into public enemy. So, dude, Doron came to my house from Falda, not the actor, the real guy.
I never follow that show Fauda.
Like a guy who looks like that guy, but a real life version of that guy came to my house as if I'm freaking Mahmoud. You know, or in the show they had a guy called they had a nickname for him. He was like the head of the terrorists and wherever it was.
You know, I don't know if I would actually say this, but like when I picture myself in that situation, like if that, I'd be like, dude, can we just get to the point where you kill me? Like, can we skip all this cloak and daggers, intimidation stuff? It's not going to work. Let's skip a couple of steps and save us all some trouble.
Yeah. Well, you want to listen to what Rebbe Kahana was talking about elections in his day?
I would love to. I'd love to.
Okay. So my friend Michael Miller, who's a Kahana's guy, posted this. Right. Let's play this. All these amazing videos of Kahana, like floating all over the place.
Religious Jew, and what I say about Arabs is not based upon politics. That to me is Torah. That is halakha. That is the Jewish way. I'm not a politician. I'm a rabbi who's in politics. There's a tremendous difference. Tremendous difference. Some rabbis who have to work is zedel in their garbage. So I don't have to work in politics. That's the way it is.
Exactly.
That's the difference. I don't want a single person in this room to back me because I was a Knesset member. I don't want a single person in this room to back me. I want every person in this room to back the ideas for which I stand. That's what matters. That's what matters. Please, God, B'ezrat Hashem, we run again. Please, God, we'll make it again. If you want to know what Kahana is, crowd
Oops.
out there which has been stoning, attacking cars, were shouting all night, Kahana, Kahana, Kahana. That's what they were shouting. My support comes from Amka, from the people. They know what the story is. They know what the game is. They know what the game is. But if I never again make the Knesset, if I never am able to make it again,
This mic doesn't work.
what does that matter? What does that matter? You want to vote for someone who can win and who's a loser? Or do you want to vote for someone who might lose, but will always be a winner? Let me tell you who was a winner in this country from 1948 to 1977, almost 30 years. Mapai Labour. They were winners. They won. That's why we should vote for them. That's why a Jew votes. A Jew votes for one thing only, truth. That's what the Jew votes for. That's why you vote for me. If you don't think that what I say is truth, then don't vote for me. Of course not. But if it is truth, how can you ever vote for anything else?
That was an interesting speech.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guarantee you Rav Kahana would not be for the Schmacks. Again, it's like saying, you know, if he was alive, we wouldn't even be in this situation. Same thing with the Rebbe.
With the Rebbe.
Yeah, we wouldn't even need to ask this question. Relevant question.
Their existence would nullify the whole situation.
Yeah. It would meaning not their existence, the
Well, that's
state
what I
of-
mean.
No, meaning the state of affairs in the world would be completely different, which would allow them to even.
What I'm saying is that,
Yeah.
that whoever planned this and is trying to pull it off, if the Rebbe was in the world, or even Rabbi Meir Kahana, I think they think twice or three times before even attempting it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think they did thought about it at that time, and they thought twice.
That's what I think.
Well,
Yeah, man.
Bezalel Smotrich is a French actor.
Or maybe that French actor is an Israeli politician.
It's like what was it? The actor from France.
Oh yeah, Juicy Smoulier,
Bezalel Smotrich is an actor for France.
actor for France.
He's gay and he is French.
No, he's black and French, but he's also gay.
He's also
No,
gay.
he's also French.
He's
Not
also
only
gay.
is he black and gay, he's also French.
He's also French. Not only is Bezalel Smotrich Jewish and a big pidaras, he's also French.
It's funny. It's like he's the guy with the biggest kippah.
My God, yeah. I don't know. Listen, if you ask me, man, you know, I was there during this whole debacle. I was looking at these people, these poor Dati Lumi souls. Some of them, they were just very misguided. You know, they took. Here's the problem, and I want to lead it. This is a good segue for me to read about what Rav Kook said about everything 100 years ago. They took Rav Kook's ideology, and they took it to a place, you know, because Rav Kook was for, you know, innovation and Israel being a, you know, innovative country and building this and creating that and inventing this. And they got it into their heads that, okay, so like, this is just one of the many things that we're doing that's ahead of everybody else, you know? And they ran with it, and they really got enthralled, and they really got just duped and brainwashed and enthralled, and it's really a shame. And I think and I even think that Smotrich is one of those people. You You
So
know,
you try to
it's-
give him a break.
I don't know. It's like a zealotry, you know, like I told you, this girl that came over our house for Shabbos, she goes, I said Hallel when I found out that Israel was going to be the first country to get this stuff. And I joked, like, you just
Again, so why did Gadi Yavar, why did he have enough brains to be
Louis,
like, oh, wait, hey,
because he's already, I thought about this. If you think about it, the guy's already an outsider. You know, he represents the outsiders. Ethiopian Jews, people who are not accepted. They're accepted, but they're not accepted. You know, it's kind of like Arabs.
They certainly seem accepted when I was in Israel 20 years ago.
They're accepted in general, but there are certain areas of society where Ethiopians are not thought of as the guys you put there. You know, overall, like government. It's only very recently that Ethiopians, you know, the last 5 or some years, that Ethiopian, both men and women, became part of the Knesset.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
Before that, Ethiopians were Knesset workers, you know, like janitors.
Hold on a second, dude. I'm going to tell you why I think that is. Okay. When you have a leftist culture, right?
Yeah.
They're going to, you know, there's always going to be people that are going to be like, you guys are victims.
Yep.
You guys don't even have a chance. You guys are being victimized. It's almost like some kind of weird brainwashing where like, don't even try. You guys, they're racist against you, though. Don't even try to apply for those positions.
Yeah.
Now, imagine that mentality did not exist at all.
For sure.
Okay. So I think that the reason why Ethiopians, they're underrepresented, let's say, in government is because they don't bother applying for these positions.
I know that. I know.
Okay. And if they would bother to apply, would they get in at the same rate as everybody else? I don't know, but certainly much more than what's happening now.
Of course they would. But the point is that however you slice it, the guy felt like an outsider in his situation. He felt like an outsider in his own party. And he was like, listen, you're going to kick me out anyway. He was already low on the list anyway. He's like, you know what?
He was 33, right?
He's 41 years old.
No, he was 33 in Likud.
I will tell you what he was.
I remember you saying something like that.
Maybe, possibly. Let me see.
He was he was 33rd in line for prime minister.
Give me a second.
From the Likud party.
That actually would be funny. But give me a second.
I'm pretty sure that's what you said last time.
Hold on. I just want to confirm that. Here. Let's take a look.
I don't know.
Let's take a look. I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I don't know. Party list for the 2021 Likud. Wow, he was like down. No, he was 17 last time. Maybe previously he was. Let's see.
I'm gonna re-listen to the other video where I want to find out.
Hold on. Maybe you could be right because he was in the previous. Let's see. Elections. Party list for the 2020 election. Let's take a look. Likud. He was something. He was 20. He was 20 and then he was 17. He wasn't 33. 33 was I'll tell you who 33 was the previous time, which is just interesting to know. 33 I mean, I don't even think 33 got in because I don't think Bibi had even 33 votes. I don't think even this time. Yeah, it was some random guy. I don't know.
You know, earlier when our friend said that Bibi's 33, so before all these crazy elections, what is this, the 5th election?
Yeah, in the last 3 years,
right.
2 years.
So maybe before the last election, he was 33.
Who, Bibi?
Yeah. He's the 33rd prime minister, no?
I don't know.
Before Israel, like the last time it even appeared that Israel had a real government.
No, they had no. They had it's only in the no, it's they had like 13 or 4 here. Israel prime ministers. No, he was like the here. Who's the first one? Yeah, list of Lapid was the 14th.
Look, there's a 33 in there somewhere, okay? I remember distinctly.
Yeah, Naftali Bennett was 13th. That's interesting, I think. Netanyahu was the 9th, and then you get, I mean, skipped and then came back. Yeah, they only really had like 14 prime ministers in Israel. The two most recent ones are not real, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bullshit artists, as we like to call them. Artists de bullshit.
So UFOs, huh?
Wow. Well, let me read this Rav Cook thing first, and then we get to the
All right.
to your friends. We'll get to your friends. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right. So Rav Cook. So our friend Eliakim Cohen, he wrote about the dregs of Israel, or how they call it, the dregs of society. So he calls these guys the dregs of Israel. So Rav Kook wrote this in 1920 in his book Orot. Just as it is impossible to have wine without dregs, so too it is impossible for a world to not have wicked people. And just as the dregs preserve the wine and keep it, so too the coarse, C-O-A-R-S-E, coarse, will of the wicked cause a standing for flowing of the life of the Benonim, as you know from Hasidus, the intermediate ones, and the Tzaddikim, the righteous ones. When the dregs decrease and the wine stands without the dregs, it is in danger of ruination and spoilage. The exile weakened the life force of the nation, and our dregs were greatly decreased, until there was a danger for the existence of the nation due to its lack of coarse life that is bound with animalism and the ground, and it's being submerged in materialism. The existence in the exile is a crushed existence, and this weakened existence, which is more absence than existence, was possible to continue for a period of time without the dregs as was necessary. But with the elongated time, the strength is already gone, and the inherent existence claims its role, and the return of Israel to its land for its inherent existence is a necessary event, and its existence creates dregs, like the socialistic created state. The bearers of wickedness and the chutzpah of the ikva, the Mashiach, or the Mashiach, the heels of Mashiach, that will startle all hearts to memory. These are the murkier sides through which clear and joyful existence can happen through them, and the end of the process is this: the sinking of the dregs to the bottom of the barrel, the lowering of the forces of evil into the depths of life, and then all dangerous and painful sides of them will be neutralized. So basically what he's saying is that this is a whole unnecessary step, for us to have these scumbags, and for us to come back to Israel by hook or by crook. And it's almost like a preservation, and then basically it's just gonna go down. These guys are gonna go down.
Yeah, I've heard that.
But we have to withstand it.
What does that mean? Withstand it? Just kind of
just
wait.
Yeah, we have to just put up with their crap. I don't know. I mean, if they try to kill us, then obviously we know what to do.
Maybe they're literally trying to kill us.
Yeah. Well, in this case, we don't have to really, like you said, all we have to do is just not listen.
Yeah, just don't comply, right? Exactly.
Don't do anything. Don't do what they say to do. That's it.
I mean, that's very pure, that's a very pure way of overcoming.
Yeah.
If you're gonna create a situation where there's gonna be like a sifting, a filtering,
yeah,
of people who are who have transcended these assholes, and people who haven't, then I hope that's not what's happening.
I think that's what really. I mean, Bart Tzadok said that, what we read.
Yeah, I don't like Bart Tzadok's. I rarely enjoy his take on things. Okay, and it's not necessary either. He's just being all Sephardic, you know. It's all.
He's being Sephardic.